Hello and welcome to the Element Solo Scrims here for Tuesday, first day of Chapter 1. Great to be back along with my good friend, Man Class here. How are you doing, my good friend?
I mean, I gotta say, I'm like, thinking about which way to go because I keep switching it, but this time it's that side. So, hi, OSK. Yeah,
Hey,
no, we're
what's
of
up, man?
course not in the same place because it's still fun pandemic. Plus, I think we're quite a bit of a distance away, OSK, not that close. But
Yeah,
it's a cool
just in
day.
motion.
It's chapter 1 day. We got the update. It's here. We got the content. We got the everything. We got the balance changes that we were all looking forward to. And how are you feeling, OSK? How on a
Man,
scale of 1 to amazing?
you know what? I'm personally I'm feeling quite amazing. I'm ready to get back into the casting side of things. But in terms of the meta here, it's ready to be cracked wide open. We had some
Sure.
huge sweeping changes to the Frostborn class as well as the Tempest class. Better see some bunny hops here coming out as well as Frostborn. I better see some bunny hops from them too because Icicle got buffed. We got Squall buffs. Unfortunately, our Stone Shapers did get hit pretty hard by the Stone nerf. But you know what? Everyone else is feeling just fine. So as long as you don't play Stone, there you go. We're feeling pretty good. Here we go. We're going to drop right in. We're on to Vulcan already. And you can see one of my friends here, Luna Sotori, already getting a bit of action here. Actually takes out the Darkbreakers fairly early
Oh
on with
no.
that fire. My goodness. Doesn't really get out the scrims that often. But man, when he's on, he is on. I'm telling you, you better watch for his frost too. He sometimes is a menace on that frost. Got to watch out for it. But for right now, we're going to be watching Vulcan just free reign over this Arena of Elders area. He already has such a great loadout. He's just looking to get that first little bit of zone so we can get that Vanishing Mist. If we can take a quick look, we can get a quick look at that map, see where exactly we are. And for right now, actually going to switch on over to Zen in this new Bogmore area. Nice and misty, nice and foggy. And look at all this verticality you can make use of. Zen, of course, rocking his tried and true rune swap build of the conduit. And he'll just be high flying, trying to approach on all his opponents here. Landing a quick stun into all of these lightning bolts, potentially into a toxic slap. Definitely something you'd love to see coming out of Zen.
Look at all these new structures. I mean, people, if you haven't played the game yet today, this is like this is your first look. Look at all these structures. Look how beautiful this is. This is all new. All of this is new in the game. Yes, the area existed,
Oh
but
my.
now it's actually got some oomph to it. Zen just dropping straight away onto another player here. They try to teleport away, but Zen's gonna get you with that flight rune. Might have lost track of this opponent a little bit, maybe? No, Zen will find them. There they are. Zen going straight after
Oh.
with that double because they got that extra charge from that lightning. And yeah, that's Zen taking out number 7. Could have been a bot. Let's not be too optimistic here. But Borsalino, meanwhile, takes down Onyx Sonata. Don't envy me, takes down Jason the Hermit. There's definitely some fighting going on in these early areas, which may have something to do with that lateral movement nerf, actually, OSK. We talked about that before, where we are like, yeah, if you can't move that far, it also means the players won't spread out that much, and you're actually going to run into quite a few in that early game. And with Bogmore being such a new revamped area, that is 100% a possibility. And that's why people are now grouping up or bunching up in here. Zen obviously already on a tear. He's going to just keep competing here with those lightning bolts. What accuracy, what fire, especially if your opponent keeps moving like that. Zen just going after them. Doesn't have the flight rune ready right now. Probably going to get it soon. And is looking for that extra flight rune charge so he can go after this opponent. Has to use it for that lightning strike. And there we go. Another elimination on the LCX. And Zen just on fire right now.
And now we're going to get into a bit of a flatter area right here. We're going to hop onto Borsalino, and he is 2 exiles rich, just looking to make himself a little bit richer here. He is rocking the Pyromancer class off of his signature Stone Shaper. Maybe you saw those nerfs and said, you know what, I'm going to give me a little bit of this combust action. Gonna just dodge one right here. A little bit of Shadow Step coming out, and now Borsalino having to be on the back foot just a little bit. That Shadow Step going to be coming out, and that's a lot of damage coming out as well. Needs to be very, very careful here, but he does have the upper hand. One more Fireball, and that will be it. That'll be a nice exile for Borsalino, and trying to stave off this little bit of third-party action going on. Will get quite a bit of range from his stone, making great use of that damage, great use of the focus mana, trying to close the distance here. Get a quick little reset off with a Safeguard Potion. Hopefully it works out for him pretty well. We'll have to see, though. Looks like a third party will fly in and disrupt a little bit of that action. Borsalino is sitting very pretty with these 3 exiles, though.
Yeah, now be able to pick up some of that loot of the exile. The rewards are being reaped. But yeah, Marcelino indeed 3 exiles on the board. Only 13 other players in the lobby. He's looking at a third and fourth parties. A lot of players around that Halcyon area, as we're sort of used to. Fort Halcyon, a beautiful place to not only hide but also to fight and just brawl it out with other players. Just throwing in some fireballs, just making sure that there's a lot of fire around those towers to well, be annoyed by for any of those players. Now he's got to get engaged on. Borsellino has to defend, but obviously with that Stone Shaper, sorry, that Stone Gauntlet, and with the fireballs of the Pyromancer, plenty of damage to go around. He's going to go right after this player. They're going to rue the day they try to challenge Borsellino, because a third party, if Borsellino wants to do that, just let him. You're not going to be able to challenge this up close, especially not with those two gauntlets. This is an insane combination, and he's got the build for it as well to just quickly fire out all the damage and do it to you. He's going to be making his way all up in that zone. The Spellstorm is about to hit. Zen's got to, I mean, wouldn't say leg it. Literally just mosey on over to this circle edge, which is kind of basically next to.
Ooh, the
Pick up
thirsty.
that last scroll on his spirit talent. That's what you love to see. Thirsty. It's going to be completely upgraded now. And Zen, he's still in a pretty good place. 3 exiles, 6 other players. Set in a pretty good spot to get into that final circle, but is now in a longer range duel with another player, which is probably a toxicologist, looking at the looks of things. Hits a beautiful explosion there straight onto Zen with a dragon fire, and Zen's now got to be careful not to get bursted down. Both players actually are very low, under half of that red, and that's Zen just trying to get those last shots of it. Both players are just doing their absolute best. Almost gets shot out of the air by an Iceland, but Zen, looking at a potential third party right there, is now moving away from this Spellstorm, making sure they're safe, using the firewall as a beautiful cover. But Zen, oh, that was close. Both players, it was really close for both of them. And now No Ace takes on Dona and Vimy. I mean, this actually happened a while ago. It's still a close lobby. It's still anyone's game. But Zen is looking to make it quite far into this one.
Yeah, it looks like that's exactly what he'll do. Now, one name I haven't seen appear on the kill feed, maybe I missed an exile, but Luna Satori hasn't shown up in quite a bit. Zen going to get tagged out of the sky there. Got to be very, very careful. But here comes the Toxic here. Going to be a nice advantage for the opponent. That's the Toxicologist coming out, that spreading sickness, making himself known there. Going to miss with the Ice Lance, though. He will find a bit of safety. Will Zen here. Mean Jerk going to take out Hinube in the meantime. We will have 6 total players remaining. Nice little head fake coming out from the Rune Swap teleport. Zen's so clean with those swaps here, but his opponent is completely on him right now. Got to be careful of all this corrosion. Need to be very, 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 very cautious. There's a little bit of Ice Lance coming out, and now the close up. A little bit of disengage, and Cozy gonna take it from him. A little toxic slap, and Zen is out.
Yeah, I can indeed confirm that Luna Satori did get taken out. But saw that early on the kill feed. Don't remember exactly by whom, but it was around that time we were around the Fort Halcyon area looking at that. So that's a confirm for me. If you want to believe me or not, of course, I know you don't trust me for anything, so that's always nice to know. Yeah, it's fine. We see Cozy now go further on. Zen already taken out, of course. Now 4 other players next to Cozy. And Cozy is going to try and cozy up to this mountainside to get the high ground, make sure that they're not surprised by anything. His long-range toxic sprays, not really going for that closer range engage, and that's not at all surprising. It's got all these flash freezes in the bank, of course Runic Fluency giving the double dash charge, Toxicologist when you're going to get close up, and so much mobility, so much invisibility with all those sorceries and that movement. It's honestly quite daunting and quite scary if you're playing against this. And I have to has to watch the con flag. We talk about con flag as if it's a thing, but honestly, most people are kind of like, yeah, why don't we get a better attribute as we're playing Pyromancer, because it's con flag. Who cares really? Going straight after this player, that's going to be Borsellino taken out. Gozy just dunking on them really with that Toxicologist. It was like a 2-3 slap and it was done. Now trying to go for the next one, but actually has to back off a little bit. But didn't have to, but definitely chose to do so. And No Ace is the player that's going to be at range from Cozy, trying to get the damage out. Gets sniped on the other side. Both players running at Frost in the offhand, but it's Pyromancer versus Toxicologist. A lot of Dragonfire potential for this one, and No Ace choosing to back off further, wants to take those ranged out duels, wants to make sure that maybe they even can get the third party going. But no, they're being chased down with whoever this is on the Lightning Gauntlet. That might be Night Sky. It looks like it is with that conduit. And No Ace is going deep into this spell storm. Doesn't want to have anything to do with that. And with the size of the zone, you know it's not doing a whole ton of damage, but you've only got 4 of those health potions. You need a little bit more to stay alive here. Night Sky is now being barraged by Cozy. And this is really a triangle. 3 players left, and they all don't want to be that one that's in the 1v1. They all want to be the one sitting on the sidelines shooting from range because they've all got those ranged abilities. Whether it's the Lightning Bolt or both Ice Lances from Cozy and No Ace, that's really what it's coming down to at this stage.
Yeah, and Night Sky is doing a really good job of avoiding all this action here. It's kind of what you want to do in this final circle situation. Now we're going to see kind of a repeat of our earlier engagement. A little bit of a rematch going on. No Ace in the same exact position. Cozy in the same exact position. Nothing has changed. No Ace got forced off a little bit early on, and now he is on the front foot. Now he is making up for all that lost time. He is in the health department here. He has a nice little advantage. That's a little bit of combust coming out. That's going to be No Ace taking that exile. But here's Night Sky's strategy. It's just a few quick clicks of this Lightning Gauntlet. Needs to be very, very aggressive right here. No Ace is being allowed to reset, and he can't let that happen. No Ace on just the skin of his teeth, barely lasting off of this. The recovery nerf is showing itself right here. Night Sky looking for the target, and it will not be enough from No Ace. Night Sky will take this one with ease. Now we're seeing Trago just play with a little bit of Dragonfire right here, trying to get a little bit of Fireball action to force this opponent off of the ledge. Oh, that's a mid-air Fireball right before the dash. You can see the damage come out off of it. Wow, what a shot. And now we're seeing Trago just try to approach as quickly as he can. It looks like the opponent will get a little bit of a reset going off of here. This might be a third party with the Frost. It might not. We'll have to see and just sort of find out what exactly is going on here. Trago doing a great job of just landing all the shots he knows he can and then making some he shouldn't. And that's exactly what you want to do in a game like Spellbreak.
Really is, and Trago still running that Fortitude will, of course, now be in a position where they can actually go aggressively, take that first shot that seems to be so important right now, and take it for free, not take any damage from it. That's exactly what you would want. That's why Fortitude can be such a great talent. Even when that time to kill goes down, it just percentually just gets so more value out of it, and that's what you love. Trago does lose it right here, takes another Fireball to the face, or to the side, really. Flank.
Okay, No Ace.
Not actually going for that third party. No Ace takes down the Darkbreaker. Shot a Cell is now just out of that lobby. Fortunately, just dropped to the Spellstorm or something like that. Maybe got some fire on the damage on themselves. But Trago is under so much pressure. He has to try and get away, try and get underneath this bridge, underneath some cover to heal back up, to get that armor and that health back. Has the resources. Are they going to get the space to use them? It doesn't look like it. No, another flank with the combust. That's Trago just out of this lobby because Juklo dunks on him with an Ice Lance.
Juklo, dude, that's disrespectful. I need you to stop, man. You're supposed to be hosting the lobbies, and instead you're just roasting my players. Meanwhile, No Ace doing some dunking himself. That's got to be, what, exile number 4? Yep, we do have 4 exiles already, and we are getting a few more out here. No Ace just with a deadly aim on the Frost and the deadly aim on the Fireball as well. Just trying to dunk on this opponent. Going to miss the highlight reel Frost, but looking for another one. Going to just barely dissipate that last little bit of Fireball. And man, his opponent just really wants some of this. But No Ace saying you can have all of it. But Juklo going to swoop right in, get another third-party kill off of this. No Ace versus Juklo. Let's see who's going to come out on top.
Yeah, if you thought you were ready for this, you really weren't. And we still have 12 players in the lobby. It's actually quite crowded still for the size of the circle that's going to be up soon. And this lobby will have to be thinning. Of course, these few players right now doing a pretty good job of attempting to thin the lobby. They still have to succeed in the first place. No Ace throwing some beautiful fireballs down. That Pyromancer class really hitting hard with those Conflag Combust combos. And now No Ace looking for that up close. Maybe wants to go for a Frost Lance here and there. There we go. That's one of them. Just hits that mid-air shot that you love to see. Now goes for more. The Firefly to chase down their opponent. This is not going to be an easy one to get away from because No Ace, once they've got their mind set on you, it's really hard to ignore that mind and to ignore those shots. This is not going to be one that No Ace will let go. And will ever let go. Another Ice Lance in the back. Gets another one. No Ace doesn't miss. And Juklo, your disrespect has finally been answered. No Ace taking another name, taking another head, taking another back. Because these backstab Ice Lances really have seemed to be their specialty tonight.
I'll tell you what, no ways acting like my mother over here, just spanking that booty for misbehaving, just putting them in their place, sitting them in timeout. Now we have Flaming Dwagon putting a little bit of action into October Moon, I think that's what it says. But we're going to hop on over to matches here, actually switching off of the Tempest class, saying of one-on-one class, let's win on another. We have the Pyromancer class coming out, one of our more popular, and it looks like this might just be a Slaughterfest. We're going to see a little bit of Frost coming out, and that's all she wrote. Ancient Generic is feeling very, very bad about that one. Going to be sitting back out to the lobby waiting for round number 2.
Yeah, I've seen Generic in the voice channel for a while, so good to see them finally on the stream. Unfortunate that it has to be in that circumstance.
Yes.
They did at least make it to that top 8, so that's a pretty nice placement, generally speaking. Don't know how many exiles they had. Don't think they had any judging from the kill feed, but who knows? We probably missed 1 or 2, especially in the early game. It always goes so quickly. Matches now looking for the next target they can chase down and just slap into the ground. No Ace, meanwhile, doesn't stop ever doing the damage. Gets the siege out of there.
Was that 6?
When I pronounce it there. Yeah, it's 6 or 7, something like that. It's definitely getting up there. I think 8's still been our final number that's been the highest, but No Ace still has the opportunity to get higher than that. 6 players in the lobby, he's one of them. And matches looking again, they're looking for a target. They see a third-party opportunity, don't want to go in just yet because they want to have an idea of where both the players are. And that's where you see them. That's one. It's chasing down with the Alacrity, chasing down another player.
Oh, nice mana vault.
Gets a mana vault, just stomped on top of them. That's
Okay,
nice. I mean, the snow globe for the extra protection, I guess. And now matches. I mean, that's it though. Like they're just checking bushes, making sure the area is clear. This is some nice heads-up gameplay. You know, you said before you always need to have that head on the swivel. And matches OSK is doing a great job of having his head everywhere where it needs to be.
You know what? He has it on so much of a swivel, it's making me dizzy, but we're going to hop on over the action straight ahead. No need to keep it on a swivel now. Now it just needs to line up the shot, and that will be 1 Frost. Excellent flick coming out from Matches. Looking to make it 2. Going to try to get a little bit of fireball action, but not going to sacrifice this mana vault. Definitely wants to make as big of an advantage for himself as possible. Going to just barely miss off of No Ways, but hits the second one coming out. And now looking for number 2, trying to get as much damage on No Ace as possible. He knows he's the biggest threat, and No Ace with the outfits that he wears, definitely nice, big, and displayed for someone like Matches. Looking for him to miss position here. And it looks like No Ace is going to try his patented out of the zone strat. Nice mid-air fireball coming out, though. This is Matches' chance to go ahead and push this, but it looks like he will opt not to. He will let the zone do his work. And No Ace might just get off with a little bit of health coming out. You know, he usually has that little bit of healing in his inventory still, and this might just be the same here. No Ace might just heal up in the zone, but Match is doing a very good job of just keeping an eye on it, wants to make sure he's not being snuck up on, keeping that head on a swivel, as we're always saying out here, and just doing a great job of it right here. Of course, in the kill feed, we're going to see Flaming Dwagon take out everyone's #1 fan. That's going to be Muffin. And yeah, not really much to it. Flaming Dwagon's going to be the final boss to this particular circle here, and Match is doing a good job of just keeping No Ace out and wants to continue that for the future.
Yeah, so far Match is just in a great spot. Cannot be hit by anything because of that flame wall in the way. And looking into the spell storm. This is going to be a pretty good spot to be in general. I mean, he has to move a little bit after this, but this zone is going to be hitting so hard that anyone who's in that has to be basically out of resources, just out of life. See something poking through, so he's going for those hits that Matches. It's just honestly in a great place. There is No Ace. He is back. You're not getting back in that easy. Look at that low health. Doesn't have any resources left. Beautiful Iceland straight away into that. Match is ready to take away that life of No Ace. And No Ace is trying to maybe answer back. But for now, Matches can just take solace in the fact that he knows No Ace is going to have no health left. Lovell proving that straight away by getting that exile on them. And now there's 3-4 players in the lobby. Lovell, Matches, Flaming Dwagon, and there's one other that we haven't really spotted out yet. We know it's not Muffin this time around. We'll see it soon enough.
Yeah, it looks like it might be it's Steel Mets.
Well,
that's actually one of the newer ones that came out. Look at this one here. Someone got the Spell Slinger, and look at this. Flaming Dwagon is rocking it himself here. Gonna play the he's actually still on the Stone Shaper despite the nerfs to the Stone Gauntlet itself. But he's doing very well for himself. He's got 4 XLs already, and now he's part of the top 3. Definitely one of the favorites to take the entire game. Usually one of the ones that ends up in that particular position himself. Has the 2 boulders off a cooldown. That's going to be a nice combo into either a shockwave or a fireball. And he's very, very aware of that. Unfortunately, he doesn't have any stacks into focus mana, so it will just be the base 20% that he's going to get off of that. So we'll see how that plays out for him. For right now, just trying to stay out of the immediate engagement, just trying to swoop on in whenever the coast is clear. He sees the fight breaking out right here, might opt for a third party, looking for it, trying to peek just around the corner here. Going to prevent the healing. Unfortunately, the ledge is stronger than the boulder, and he will catch this opponent out here, just trying to look over, but he's in such a great position to defend from. Now it looks like all opponents are relatively high health, so this might be a bit of a cluster coming in here. Flaming Dwagon going to do his best to stay out of the immediate action, but his opponents are very aware of the strategy. Flaming Dwagon just circling around here, trying to take advantage. Looks like he will get 2 fireballs for free, and that'll be a nice exile coming out onto level. Now we have Flaming Dwagon versus what could only be, it looks like, matches. We'll have to see how this plays out for him, but so far playing out very, very well. The stone will be able to sweep across this entire circle, and he knows it. He's trying to make as big of an advantage for himself as possible. Now we have the God Rays coming out. It's going to be a bit of a blinding effect, and that will be a blinding fireball going straight into Match's head. That will be game number 6, Flaming Dwagon the victor.